Hello! I'm so sorry. My hair looked really crazy and it still does, but I had to try and fix it. Hello, hello. Good morning. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. It looks like you guys had a great chat. Split, Saf, Haji, Turtle, how goes it? Oh, I remember all of those crazy things you could plug into your Game Boy and all of those different bits and pieces. Yeah. True. Do, 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 do. Having the plug-in chargers is definitely so much better. The cartridges just feel nice. It's the same as having Scrabble pieces. Like, there's something about holding onto them that just feels good, you know? Hey, what's up, Rain? How's everyone doing today? Are we ready to do some crafting? I thought we would do crafting, and if people really want tarot readings, they can just do a little cheer and get a little reading. Hey! No, it was just literally just like throw in a cheer if you want a reading. Thank you. Would you like a card? We can start off with that. I got the needles. Look at how big they are. Look at how big they are. I still think it might be a bit tricky to fit my wool through them because it's so big, but whoa, that's like the biggest needle. It's pretty blunt too. It's for sewing chenille, which is like ballet skirts, right? Anyway, that's the needle. Light up magnifying. True. Well, let's do a little reading. Hello, Vanzon. How you doing? Reaching for Charles. No, I'm going for the needles. Charles is over there guarding them. Let's do it. Let's do it. I have my cards just here. Also, look. I cut it in half. Oh, I think I just scratched the floor a little. That's okay. But I cut it. And it's actually in pieces. And so depending how long we end up crocheting today, I might also do a little bit of the desk. Yeah, how's everyone feeling? Let me just throw up a little Twitter post to say that I'm online because I completely forgot to do that. And also my Discord one, so I'll just do that now. I'll just do that now. Alrighty. Nice. And now we're online. Cool. Thanks for your patience. Hey, have a great time, Haji. Good luck. Good luck, good luck. Yeah, you might be waiting there for a little while, so definitely waiting for the phone to charge is good. I do like the portable charger batteries. They're pretty good, but then I feel like you need quite a big one. Like the small ones that you can get cheaply and easily are just really not really worth it. So I want to save up and get a decent one. Because then I think that starts to open up opportunities for like phone streaming and stuff out and about, which would be kind of cool. Just the hook thing. Well, the needle is for it's to close off the ball. So there's this kind of technique apparently called amigurumi. Haji, thank you so much for the gifted. Thanks for gifting a sub to Vanzon. I appreciate it. The needle is for closing off the end of the ball. So it's not actually for the main crocheting part, right? But here we have this little crocheted ball, And the needle, I think, is to kind of pull the thread all the way through the magic circle at the end, and then we pull it to tighten it. So I don't know how to crochet, but that is what I read online. So that's why I got the needle as well as the crochet hook. Good luck, Haji. I hope everything goes smoothly and you don't have to wait for too long. Take care, the forbidden lolly. Yeah, it kind of does look like a big old lolly. I was actually thinking once I get the hang of this and finish off this pillow, I might get some even chunkier yarn and an even bigger needle, and just try and make a really giant ball. And then it could just be like a giant round pillow and it'd be super comfortable, you know? For the finish work, yeah, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but we looked up the instructions last time and realized I didn't have the needle for it. So this time I have the needle and we hopefully are ready to go. Catch ya, Haji. Take care. Good luck with everything. All right, awesome. Wait, who's Sweet D? Do I not know Sweet D? Anyway, take care. Good luck. I'm shuffling for you as well, Saf, now that I've grabbed my cards. So if there's anything in particular you want me to kind of focus your card pull on today, just tell me. But otherwise, yeah, just tell me to stop when you think it's your card as usual. What's a tamari? Oh, that's what you called the pitcher plant. Of course. And it's still thriving? Just a general card. Sweet. Thank you, Saf. Cool, cool, cool. The lighting might be kind of funky today. It looks pretty windy outside. So even though there's not that many clouds, they're really like moving fast. Is a tamari ball like the same as that game Katamari? It's like a ball that like rolls and collects everything? Oh, I hadn't heard of that before that. Oh, okay, with patterns on them. They're getting a lot of nice. That's awesome, Haji. And they're getting bugs too. Well done. Hey, Float. Oh, where's my water bottle? On the couch. Let me grab that in a second. Just tell me when to stop for your shuffle as well, Saf, and then I'll grab a water in a second. Hello. It must be, yeah. Can stop? Okay, awesome. No more shuffle. Top or bottom, Saf? Top or bottom? Hey, Floats. Top. Alright, awesome. Ooh, okay. A card that I feel like we don't pull that much. It's the Father of Cups. So we've got this paternal energy. When we're thinking of the swan, I always kind of think of like the way that they kind of seem to me, and again, it's the family of emotions, is that they're very calm above the surface, and then sometimes what's underneath the surface is a bit more kind of disrupted and kind of, you know, so like they're floating along so graceful and smooth looking, and then under the surface is just like this wild thrashing, kicking, kind of like pushing through however we can sort of thing. So the father is obviously kind of at the peak point of development in the family, so he's kind of still got it more together, but there is still kind of this element of like there's sometimes like turbulence under the surface. Carnival season, hey, you must be busy. A black swan. Yes, exactly. So let's read a little passage about him. Is my microphone in an okay position as well? slightly moved around today, so just checking. But yeah, so the Father of Cups, and he's diplomatic and open-minded. Two great qualities, honestly, in my opinion, two of the most important ones. The Father of Cups has a truly unique and dynamic personality. He's the most feminine of all the fathers within the tarot, and usually a patron of the arts. He's a dignified man who supports his family and his community. The only thing holding this man back are his deeply rooted insecurities. They are vast and affect his personality in many unpredictable ways. So, like, once again, it's more of a personal energy. It's not exactly telling you what to do, but I think it's more about like identifying where we're seeing these energies. And if it's something that you see reflected in yourself, then I feel like it's always kind of like just a good thing to understand another little facet of what makes us tick, or what makes the people around us tick, you know? Maybe you do need a ballet skirt. I mean, they're pretty fun, honestly. They're pretty fun. Exactly. But once again, even with the family, I really like that, just like with the cards that involve our problems, they're always kind of about like what we have ownership over in our own situations. So even if it's a difficult answer, there's something that you personally can do about it. It's not kind of like a sense of, oh, here I am, I'm just stuck. So if you're being like warned of those insecurities that are kind of like under the surface here, propelling the trajectory of this swan's journey, then like that's something that you're sort of being like asked or reminded to work on. Maybe a tutu. Yes. A tutu. I only got to wear a tutu a couple of times, but I always remember finding them a lot of fun. Okay, we are going to do some crochet. How's your feelings on that reading? Any connection? Much to think about. Honestly, I feel like that card is just such an interesting one. That one always just really strikes me. That one really strikes me too. So I'm glad that it gave you something to think about and consider there. I definitely like our black swan there. I feel like the whole swan family, I really see myself in all four of them to a certain degree. I like that one. Thanks for letting me read for you. Oh wait, let me grab my water. I also just realized I have a packet of Maltesers on the couch, so I might get rid of that. We might get rid of those. I'm grabbing my water. Thanks for the hydration reminder, Float. Everybody remember to stay hydrated. Remember to stay hydrated. Alright. Hey, what's going on? Oh, let me just grab Charles. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, well, I mean, that's fair. They do give the men more coverage, in fairness. They give the men more coverage. So you would get like a nice pair of skin-tight ballet leggings. Which, I mean, it's more coverage technically, but it's probably more revealing, honestly. Oh my god, you should. How good is that movie? I really, really love that film. I liked Black Swan. And a Kraken Codpiece. Yeah, they do. Oh, and you also might get one of those great ballet costumes, like one of the terrifying mouse heads, or I've seen some great frog costumes in the ballet. So anything like that, I feel like you'd have to be pretty happy with. Cheers. Everyone remember to stay hydrated today. I am trying to drink plenty of water. And also I'm eating my yogurt, so occasionally I will take a yogurt break. Here's Charles. I'm not sure what he's looking at, but like, what do you think? There was actually a mouse that was living outside my house before. A little tiny cute brown mouse that was just hanging out outside in the grasses. So maybe the mouse is back and Charles is checking the mouse out. Hello. A groundhog. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be so cute. He was staring at the chocolate. Oh, he was looking at the Maltesers actually. I ate them all. I'm sorry, Charles. There weren't that many left. I'll buy you some more, I promise. I mean, I bought all of the chocolate. He was looking at the Maltesers. Maltesers are so good. I feel like Maltesers are one of my favorite kind of chocolates. I just like how crunchy they are. The deep thoughts of the deepest thinkers. It's very true. Well, I'm here to do some crochet. And as far as I can tell, I have the needle I need. We should have 2 needles. We might now only have 1 needle. The question of where the other one went is good. Probably important. Where do you think that it went? We're off to a great start. Maybe nope. Okay. If I stay in the chair, I think we're safe. So that seems like what I'll do for now. Oh no. Okay. Oh, here it is. Hold on. I lined it up really carefully with some cords on my desk so that it wouldn't roll away. And then it was so carefully lined up that I couldn't even see it. All right. Crisis averted, everyone. Behind my ear like a pencil. That would be something that I would do. You're here for the plants. The plants are looking pretty nice in the background, right? Can I make Charles conversation super cardboard? I should do that, shouldn't I? Good suggestion. I'm writing it down. Wonderful suggestion. Yeah, the plants are here. I'm here. We've got this beautiful little crochet ball that we're about to seal up. I feel like it's nicely stuffed. There's a good amount of pillow stuffing in there. Once it's actually pulled tight, I think I'll be able to sort of fix the thread tension on this back side a little bit more. But we'll see what happens. I am going to look up the instructions of how to close the amigurumi ball. I think that's what it's called. Anyone want to guess right now how many tabs I have open on my computer? Anyone want to guess? Jen's Pal's Kitchen, thank you so much for the raid. What's up, raiders? Welcome, welcome. It's a pal raid. We love pals. Thank you so much for being here, Jen. Thank you for the raid. Everyone, please go and give Jen a follow. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wait, I'm doing a shout out. I'm doing a shout out. Shout out. There we go. Awesome. 69, 51, 47. Ooh, it's a good question. All right, let's count. How many tabs do I have open right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're on the 16th tab right now. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. There are 65 tabs open. Who said 69? Turtle. That's probably too many tabs, right? Probably too many tabs. By Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, called My Lost Youth. The thoughts of youth are long, long thoughts. Oh, I like that. Honestly, that's so true. That is so true. Did I skip some? Maybe. Honestly. Well, I just figured most of those tabs probably weren't doing anything. I don't have them open when I'm editing videos. I close them down. I promise. Open them in sequence, one thing connects to another. Well, that's probably kind of true. Actually, no, I think most of these are just like essentially functioning as bookmark pages right now. Some of them maybe not so much, but a lot of them are just functioning as bookmark pages. Anyway, the whole point of me counting that was because I was like, I need to, figure out how to close this thing. Do I actually even have? No. Somehow, the only thing that I don't have open is how to close the crochet ball. There's so many other things I could do in an instant, but not find this out. Okay. How to close amigurumi ball. How to finish crochet ball. Great. I don't like watching videos. I like looking at picture instructions. Is anyone else the same? I find it way easier to learn from looking at pictures than watching someone do something. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really difficult otherwise. Okay, how to close openings on amigurumi. Here it is. Wait. Okay, hold on. No, that just says that the post is available in Spanish. I was going to say. Yeah. I think that we'll be able to do it. I think that this is definitely doable. It refuses to leave them open. Mine refuses not to. I do keep a bunch open for current tasks. My real problem at the moment is about 13 of them are Instagram pages that I've opened to try and like discover some new brands to buy from online. Because I feel like it's difficult to organically find brands now that aren't just things that are getting advertised to you. So I'm trying to go through a bunch of like people that I enjoy their fashion sense, and then find what brands they're wearing, then go through all of those brands' Instagram pages and be like, oh, what's kind of similar to this? So it requires like 1,000 Instagram pages. And I can't really close any of them because I'm in the middle of it, you know? But I'll fix it by this evening. That's my mission. That's my mission. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes videos, sometimes pictures. How to close tabs. Hey, Tiny Moonflower, how you doing? What's going on? We're doing some crochet today. I have this little crochet ball. We've pulled up the instructions. I think it's doable. If you crochet amigurumi balls or other three-dimensional bodies in spiral or joined rounds, you will usually have an opening at the end of the work, which you have to close. The following technique shows you how to close this opening without it being visible afterwards or standing out noticeably from the rest of your work. Okay, so we've got the crochet hook, we've got the yarn, we've got a tapestry needle / a chenille needle, And we need a pair of scissors. So let me grab a pair of scissors. I'm sorry, I'm throwing things around. Tab outliner, what's that? Is that like an extension for Chrome or something? You burnt your food. Wait, what was it? I get so devastated when I ruin my food. It's like one of the really petty things that can just ruin my day. And I try really hard not to let it ruin my day, but sometimes it just will. An extension, wait. That might be my solution. I'm gonna write that down. That sounds like literally exactly what I need. That like actually sounds like exactly what I need. Because I can't bring myself to fully close them down. Wait, I'm grabbing scissors. I can't bring myself to fully close them all the way down. And I still use them. But I don't want them all open, you know? But I want them all to be really easily accessible. Oh no, were they still edible in the center? Sometimes when you burn like potatoes or something like that, they're still edible if you scrape the burnt part away, but sometimes it's too far gone and they've just turned into little potato-shaped bricks. It does sound kind of interesting. You know, I've never had a flambe. I've never had one of those dishes that they set on fire. How was your stream today, Jen? What were you up to? Thanks for rating us. A big tab are doing a task, not 65. I love that you feel the need to specify that. That's fair enough. That I haven't had a flambe. Well, someone else could do it for me. You know, I've never set myself on fire, and I know a lot of other people who have. And I've been in some fairly unfire safe situations. I'll have you know I stopped the apartment fire that never happened before it could even become a risk. You know? I reckon of all of the things that I am unsafe with, fire, I'm probably one of the more safe. Even then, I don't know. That's true. I've always been really worried about going to, what's those restaurants called? Is it teppanyaki where they like throw the food at you? I know that I won't catch it. I've been invited like twice and every time I've said no because I know that I can't catch the teppanyaki and I'm going to be that person that ends up getting egg all over the floor. At the restaurant door. What, really? Why did she ruin your dinner? Why did you throw it at the door float? Was it really that bad? You just have to be far enough away. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Some crafting. Nice. Foam dungeon tiles for D&D. Hey, everyone keeps reminding me about that. It just keeps coming up. We need to sort out our D&D game. That's so cool. So a dungeon tile, like big ones that you can kind of map the journey out on, or what sort of thing? That sounds so cool. Some survived, some didn't. Damn, I had a pizza like that the other day, and I had all this leftover pizza, and it was like, it was so ready to be eaten. And then I can't even remember what exactly I was doing while I was heating the pizza up, but it suddenly got really interesting. And then all of a sudden, I think it was like an hour later, and I realized I hadn't taken the pizza out of the oven. It was burnt to a crisp. It was so crunchy and crispy. You couldn't even bite it and crunch any of it. It was sad. Hibachi. Oh, I've never heard it called that here. I've always wondered what hibachi was, because I've heard people say that in like media and stuff. Oh, they always call it teppanyaki here. So funny. Hey, we could do. Well, let's just do it one day. We'll do it once we do the Lord of the Rings marathon. I'm slowly ticking things off, that once I've ticked them off, we've done them. You know. True. Oh, fair. I still wouldn't throw it at the door if it was me, but I can understand the frustration. Baldur's Gate 3, I hear people talking about all the time at the moment, and I'm really curious. I'm really curious. Not the pizza, I know, but root vegetables is almost as bad. Like if I've roasted myself up some nice little carrots and they are burnt to crunchy crispiness beyond the point of return, I'm going to be sad about that. Possibly even more so than pizza. Oh. Hey, that's so cool. That sounds awesome. That's so creative, Jen. I love that. I wish I could say that I was planning on going to quite that much effort, but maybe for a future game, guys. That's so cool. I love the idea of having it be reversible so that you don't have to like have quite as many of them. It saves space. 6 friends at 8:30. It was 8:30 that they closed the kitchen. So they closed the kitchen at 8:30 and you guys got there at 8:30. I mean, I feel like I probably would also have refused that, but maybe it's just me. Like if the kitchen's closed, the kitchen is closing. But yeah, I guess it depends, doesn't it? Like sometimes it's the attitude with which you say no as well that's really important. Yeah. Roll 20. Oh, that's cool. True. Okay. If you're playing in person, definitely. At 8:35. Yeah, but the kitchen's closed then, right? I think that that's the thing that I'm thinking is like, when the kitchen is closed, if they closed at 8:30, they've probably kind of been like leading up to close for like at least half an hour. So it's not like, well, we've only just closed it, we could just keep it open. There's probably a bunch of stuff that they've been like slowly closing down that fully starting something again would kind of, you know, make difficult. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I'm just saying what I would have been told to do at a restaurant previously. It's like sometimes if you're not there at the right time, you're just not there at the right time. Yeah, but food's being served. That doesn't mean that they're taking new orders, right? Like kitchen closing, I think usually means that they're just not taking any orders. Because from now on, they want to be like finishing up what they've got and closing everything. Yeah. That's just it. I get stuck by it all the time. I'm always there like 5 minutes after the cutoff. And I'm like, oh, god damn it. But also like, I guess you gotta have a cutoff. Otherwise, like, where do you cut off? Where do we cut this? I'm just like figuring out how long this end bit needs to be. So this ball is the same size as ours. It's got 6 stitches in the last round, and it started with 6 stitches in the magic circle. Yeah, it's annoying as hell when you get stuck in it. It's annoying as hell. You found your rolls. I'm pretty sure we had them all written down. 2.5 Charleses. Yeah, that's a good length. That's a good length. Doesn't matter if you have an opening with 6 stitches, more stitches, or less stitches at the end. The procedure remains the same. 6, maybe 12 inches. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like when I was a barista, we would have people come in as we were closing the coffee machine down. And it was after closing time, and they would say, oh, can I just grab a coffee? You know, it'll just be a simple coffee. But what they don't realize is as soon as you start closing the machine down, you begin to flush very toxic chemicals through it. And to actually even get it ready to make a coffee again would take about 15 plus minutes. if you start as soon as they ask it, like, because once you've flushed any of the cleaner through, you have to fully go through the opening up routine to use it again. And so then it's sort of like, you know, it can just be like a single coffee, but it could potentially add an extra hour on to closing all of this stuff up again, which kind of sucks. But you always feel bad being the person who's like got to say no when it's like a minute past. And that's why I say I feel like the attitude is really important. Oh, of course. That's the thing I love about it being on the computer, because you can just control F. Yeah. Maybe they were, and they were just being real dicks about it. I reckon it sounds like the attitude was lacking regardless of whether it was reasonable to be closed, from what you're saying, Float. I guess I consider the dollars too, but my wage for an hour is probably like, I don't know, like you've got to consider how much longer people will have to stay open for sometimes. And whether like overtime starts to come into it, maybe. I don't know. I just probably wouldn't throw my stuff at their door, but I can understand being pissed off. Let's have a look at what we're supposed to do here. So you reckon 6 to 12 inches. So you've got your crocheted work in front of you, you've crocheted the last round, and now you want to close the opening. Pull the loop until the cut thread goes through the last stitch. Wait, it didn't say how to cut the thread. Okay. Okay, so I guess it doesn't tell you how long you have to cut the thread. We're just gonna cut it like this long, because I feel like that's plenty. We won't need more than that. And then I have plenty of wool left over. Oh, good luck with the Arvo meeting, Saf. Take care. I will look out for the skipped stitches. I'm going to be really, really careful. So we've got our stitch marker. We've got everything in place. So I think that this is going to work. Good luck with the meeting, Saf. Take care. Cut it with my wit. Shh. Too sharp. Too sharp. So our crocheted work is in front of us. Crochet the last round. We want to close the opening. Cut off the thread oh, it does say cut off the thread generously. That's all that it says. That seems generous. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Take care. Take care. So cut off the thread generously. With that, you will close the opening. Pull the loop until the cut thread goes through the last stitch. So we're pulling. Okay. Take your tapestry needle and pull the thread through the eyelet on the needle. Okay, so that's through. Pull your thread through the eyelet on the needle. This is going to be a little hard. Okay, I think we might need some actual thread for this. So just gonna, oh wait, I've got a little safety pin here. We can use this as a needle threader. Normally we wouldn't be able to, because normally needles are smaller, but with this one, I think that this will actually work. Look at that. Look at how huge this needle is. Okay. So we do that, and then we're gonna just go through, I think. Okay. Oh, hold on, of course. I was like, why is that not working? We put it through first, then we thread. This is like the perfect size now. And then, wow, it's still so thick, I don't know if it will go through. Just. There we go. Thank you for following, Jen. Thanks. Alrighty, take a look at that. Take a look at that. So we are threaded. Pull the thread through the loop. Okay. That's for thinner thread. Anyway, I've got this little needle threader, so we're perfect. Okay, so here is this. Let's move on to the actual closing of the opening. This is the tutorial from supergurumi.com. So I guess they should know what they're talking about. Let's move on to the actual closing of the opening. Instead of pushing through the stitch from the front, as you would when you crochet a new stitch, you now push the tapestry needle from behind through the front loop of the stitch. Okay, hold on. You push the tapestry needle from behind through the front loop of the stitch so that it comes out towards you. The front loop is the loop that is closer to you. Do not pull the thread too tight after you've pulled it through. Please show me instructions. Okay, so here we are. This was the loop that we started with. So we're going to bring it like this. Go through here. Oh, take care, Jen. Thank you so much. I do have a stream schedule. It should be up on my profile. I stream on Tuesdays Australian time and Fridays Australian time, barring any life emergencies. Tuesday is often tarot. Sometimes we do crafts and things. Friday, often we play Stardew Valley or do something in the kitchen. But yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays is kind of my regular schedule at the most. So I'll look forward to catching a stream of yours in the kitchen as well. Thank you, thank you. Look after yourself. This is my first thread through. Here we go. It says not to pull it too tight, so I'm not going to pull it too tight. So we've pulled through. Repeat this for the next 5 stitches. Okay. Push from the back only through the front loop. Okay. I'm just going to take this stitch marker out. I think. And I'm going to put it in this stitch just so we know where it is. Good. We'll look forward to seeing you. Take care. Thanks so much, Jen. Oh, don't pull it too tight. I almost pulled it too tight. Okay, there's a stitch. Now I'm going to go through the front loop here again. This yarn is so loose that it is important to be really careful that we're actually going through all of the yarn. So then it goes through and then we pull it towards us. I hope I've been generous enough with the cutoff. There we go. And then we're going to do it again. Go through here. Another stitch. Pulls towards. And then here we're going to go through this loop. And we're going to pull towards. I think I'm doing this correctly. And then here's a stitch. And we go through here. We pull this through. Oh, okay. And then this is the last one, I guess. Again, push from the back only through the front loop. Remember not to pull the thread too tight. So we've done that. And now we have this kind of little puckered. It looks like a stomach, don't you think? This looks like a stomach. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. All right. Sorry, Creative Cloud continues to update and is dinging away in the background. I'm sorry about that. All right. Wait. Okay, so I've repeated this for all 6 stitches. Pull the thread tight and the opening should close. After closing the opening, you now have an unsightly bulge. That's such a... Oh no! This is not good. I didn't even think about that. This yarn is like... it snapped. Okay. I think it needs to be tightened individually. I don't think we can just pull it through. I should have thought of that. That was silly of me. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, it's all right. I'm going to tighten it piece by piece. So I'm just going to take the first piece and pull that tight. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to pull that tight. And then I'm going to take this piece. Going to pull that tight. Wow, that was so depressing. All right, well, we'll know that for next time that that's a risk with this type of yarn. I should have been much more careful and gentle there. You live and you learn. That's all I can say. Okay. All right. Okay. Push the tapestry needle, which should still hold the thread, through the middle of the just closed opening and let the tapestry needle emerge at any point with sufficient distance to the closed opening. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I think it's okay as well, but so I think it still needs to be a little tighter, but I'm really a little nervous about pulling this too much tighter considering how loosey-goosey it seems to be. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to twist this tail and pull this through again. If I can. Yep. There we go. Oh, it's so grinchy at the ends. So grinchy. All right. Okay, so I've pulled that a little bit tighter. I actually think we need more though. So I'm gonna bring that through there. And so now essentially I am weaving both ends through, or at least I will be soon. Okay. I'm just gonna try and like stitch it a little bit more so that the new bit is like weaving through the old bit. I don't know. This is tricky. Okay. Honestly, maybe we can even just do it with the old bit. It is hard though. It is hard. That's very true. That's very true. I won't have as much tail to hide, but I actually don't know if I'll necessarily need it that badly. Thank you for following, Nikau. Thank you. Appreciate having you here. Now I can barely even tell which part we're actually weaving together though. There it is. Okay. It just looks like a tiny little bulge actually. It's not really too crazy. I reckon that might be good enough. It's just like making sure, you know? There we go. Okay. Okay. I think I've closed it. That's the little spot that we just closed up. It doesn't even look like too much of a bump, which I'm pretty happy with. That's true. My hair on Charles's arm. He does like his arms. He really wouldn't be the same man without him. All right. So I'm just going to thread this back through the thing. There we go. And then I'm sort of just going to like thread it through there and then stab it through, and then it's going to pop out over here, And then I'm just pulling that whole tail through if I can at all. There we go. Here's the little bit coming out. You almost couldn't even tell where it actually finishes. Oh, okay. Look at that. I feel like it's a nice amount of stuffing too. And the back looks pretty well closed. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. It's nice and squishy. I'm just kind of like squishing the back parts to try and even up the thread tension. Obviously there are going to be a couple more gaps at the back because I feel like the decrease crochet kind of means that there's always going to be a little bit more open space. But I guess that's why you do it on the back sides rather than the front sides. So I'm just going to pluck a few more of these loosey-goosey bits out. Tuttle, thank you so much. Fluffy goodness indeed. Welcome to chat. How are you? Thanks for popping in. We're learning how to crochet, so don't expect any expertise, but there will be a lot of enthusiasm. Doesn't the spiral look nice? Thank you so much, Turtle. A yoga ball for my son. Oh my gosh. It really is, Charles. Look at that. See, he's going to have one of these and I'm going to make myself one proportionally the same size. That's so cute. Yeah, okay. I think that looks good. Does that mean that we start on the petals now? Where's my instructions? Where's the pattern? Let's take a look here. I think it was in my downloads. There it is. There it is. Alrighty. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh yeah. It's the confidence. It's because I don't consider them to be done until they turn out well. There's so many projects I could do that if I was like, oh, well, that's fucked, then it would be fucked and it would be an objectively failed project. But I don't say, oh, fuck it. At that point, I continue going until I fix it. And that's pretty much the secret to nailing a project, is you just don't stop until it's fixed. And then it's always just mishaps along the way. It's not actually that you failed. That's what I reckon. The confidence makes a difference because then you're willing to continue doing it. That's kind of how I see it. Let me grab the other yarn. This means we start with the purple parts now, which is kind of fun. I've still got to unravel some of the other purple yarn because that was our practice piece last time. It's so, well, I mean, midwinter, this would be midwinter if it was in North America, but Australian seasons aren't really quite the same as like a 3-month winter. Do you know what I mean? So it's winter, but firstly it's El Nino, so it's going to be warmer and drier, and secondly, really winter here is kind of done by September, but like by the start of September, I feel. So, you know, this is kind of to be expected. This is sort of like late winter sunshine days. This is the beautiful thing about living in Australia, honestly. It's so nice. Thank you for following Fake Stereo. Yeah, it's the confidence. That's how I managed to nail them, even though really I don't have the skills to actually tackle many of the things that I take on. But it is beautiful. My conclusion is that I don't think these windows are sealed or treated or whatever, because I think it does get warmer next to the windows. So that means that my plants are actually getting proper UV light. So, you know, I think this one is pretty healthy at the moment. It's doing pretty nicely. I was watering it the other morning. is nice here. Let me grab the other wool. Let me pop my yogurt in the fridge. Yeah, because it looks like we get to start on the purple part now. Okay. We're starting on the purple part. I'm not going to break any of it. But actually, this is the good thing about crochet. It's kind of unbreakable. Actually, I'm just going to finish this. Hold on. Oh. Alright, note to self, I don't like low-fat yogurt. I do not like low-fat yogurt. I don't know why I thought that I might. But the answer is I do not. I've got extra stuffing for the rest of the pillow, and I have even more upstairs if we need it. I have all of the purple wool. And then of course we just use the exact same size crochet hook that we did previously. And this time I'm going to carefully put my needle away so that we don't accidentally lose it, like I thought that I had before. Finished the girt, I ate it, I finished it, I did good. I'm trying to do so much better with eating breakfast in the morning because like my brain still says, you're not that hungry in the morning. But at the moment my body's like, actually, you're very hungry in the morning, please eat something. So yogurt it is. I don't like the low-fat yogurt though. There's not enough tanginess to it. It's just kind of like, I don't know. If it's Greek yogurt, I want it to be really tangy. That's the only good thing about yogurt. Oh, thanks. Why were you feeling stressed? I can understand that on a Monday afternoon, which it might be for you. But a couple deep breaths. We have a little thing that we do here sometimes, which is a deep breath break. And lately I've been telling everyone about this cool study I read, which is about the benefits of breathing exercises versus mindfulness meditation. And so a lot of the time, if you're feeling really anxious, people will say you should practice mindfulness. Actually, science has now proven breath work is more effective in calming you down and chilling you out and regulating your cardiovascular function than mindfulness. So what you got to do if you're feeling stressed is you just take a second, you sit down, you relax your hips, you let your stomach just be loose, you drop your shoulders, just shake them around a bit, and then through your nose you're going to do a deep breath, like my nose is blocked, sorry. Big breath, and then just another little one to make sure your lungs are full. And then through your mouth, you sigh it out like you're like, and you sigh all of your breath out and then do it again. And then you do that for 5 minutes. And then science says that you will feel less stressed. And science doesn't lie. So silly know-it-all. We do got to stay hydrated too, because dehydration, I feel, makes you more anxious. Exactly what? Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. And to make it more relaxing, we do our little deep breath break reminders. So I do them now. And then we'll unravel all of this and we'll start some more crochet. But what you got to do is just relax your hips, sit comfortably, fingertips on your shoulders, and just feel them like hang down. And then you breathe in through your nose, a big deep breath. And then another little breath. So our lungs are like completely full, and feel your stomach and your full diaphragm expand when you breathe in. And then breathe it all out. And it has to be through your mouth. It's more relaxing that way. That's what the experiment said, so I trust the experiment. Breathe in. Another little breath. Breathe out however you want. It could be a really loud sigh. It could be a really quiet sigh. Whatever makes you feel better. It's called cyclical sighing. So then you breathe in again. And then you keep doing that for about 5 minutes. And you don't have to do it for that long, like literally 5 minutes is enough. And then you feel less stressed out. It's like magic. The exhale is good, isn't it? Like there's got to be a reason that we just naturally sigh when we're feeling stressed out, don't you think? It's kind of like yawning. Like we don't necessarily know why we yawn, but there's obviously a reason that people do it for. So yeah, cyclical sighing I think is kind of tapping into that mechanism where like a nice deep sigh just gets you feeling a little bit less stressed out. So thanks for a deep breath breaking with me, everyone. Brains can be silly know-it-alls, but we actually can control them through mechanisms other than reasoning with them. Sometimes the brain is not very reasonable, so we just got to hack our body and then the brain just naturally calms down. It's like you trick it. Can't reason with it, but you can fool it. And then that's what we're doing with cyclical sighing. But see, it kind of helps, right? You're like, I've got a bit of tension maybe. I'm just letting it out. My brain's working a little bit better. Apparently they think yawning is something to do with like your brain needing a bit more oxygen or something, but I'm not sure if that's all that it is. I feel like there's something more to it. Okay. Oh, we have to be really delicate with this wool. It's so like fluffy and breakable, as we found out before. All right, so here we go. Oh, here we go. And this was like our bottom little loop that I learned how to do. Just taught ourselves some crochet things. Okay, so there we go. All right. So now we have our wool ready to start again. That was my practice piece. That was my practice piece. I'm assuming we'll start with a magic circle again this time. Your brain is easy to trick. A cycle, it really is. Welcome, Fur. How you doing? How you doing? That's totally it. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice just letting it relax for a sec. Welcome, Fur. We finished the center of the pillow. Look how good it looks. Here's the little tail poking out. I'm not quite sure what to do with that just yet. I'll just leave that for now. But that's the middle of the pillow. So that's stuffed. That's the center of our pillow. We'll put that over to the side. And now, here is the purple. So we're gonna start on the purple. How you doing? How you doing? How do you know if it's working? If you trick yourself and you look in the mirror and you're like, I don't know who you are. Yeah, I don't know. They do start with a magic ring. You don't close them off. I checked ahead in the instructions before. It's pretty much exactly the same. So here's the petals, and we have to do 10 of them. So it's going to take a little while. Row 1, 5. Okay, instead of 6, so it's going to be slightly smaller. So it's 5 single crochets into the magic circle. And then we end up with slightly smaller petals than the center, which makes sense because you would want them to be a little smaller. It looks like a cucumber bomb. It does, doesn't it? Oh, take care, Sploot. Sweet dreams. Sleep well. I hope you wake up feeling rested and refreshed tomorrow. and we'll see you soon. Yeah, you're 100% right there, Turtle. They start with a magic ring. It's a slightly smaller one, and then we'll make them longer, and then we just stitch them on instead of closing them off, which is cool. Hello, Kyle. How are you? My day's going great. Look at how beautiful and sunny it is out there. I'm getting to enjoy some sunshine. I'm doing some crafting. I'm feeling very smug and satisfied with myself for how well this little crocheted ball turned out. I will continue to show it to you because I'm very proud of this. So I'm feeling really good. How about you? How's your day going? Rest well, Sploot. Alright, so we do the magic circle. Alrighty. I remember how to do it, but I'm just looking at the instructions just because. Just because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up and have to redo it. So, here is our wool. Here is our wool. Do, 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 do. So this is 5 instead of 6. We have to remember that. We have to remember that. Alright, let's do it. It is good to be sure, right? So the first step, we make the loop. We make our little loop. And so with the loop, I remember this part. So we've got our tail coming down here, and then we cross this over, and then it's sitting like that. So it's going to come along like that. I feel like this angle is okay in terms of showing you guys like what I'm doing with my hands as I'm doing it. My drink bottle's in the way. So that's what I have right there. I did remember that bit. So we've looped it, we hold it and pinch it, and then turn your hand towards you until your palm faces down towards the table. And then there's 2 parallel strands of yarn. I remember that. The working yarn will be on the left and the tail end will be on the right. Yep. Yep, all right. And then we grab our crochet hook, insert the hook and pull up a loop. Hold the crochet hook in your right hand. Working from right to left, slide the crochet hook under the right side piece of yarn and over the left hand piece. Grab the left hand yarn and pull up a loop. Rotate the hook up towards you. I remember that part. Okay. But there's a tricky part to it because it's like you grab it, you put it through, you put it over, and then you grab it, and then yes, that's how you rotate it. Okay, so now it's up towards us. Now it's up towards us. Okay. And I think that that's it. Pull up a loop, rotate the hook up towards you. Continue holding the circle of yarn in your left hand. Wrap the working yarn from back to front over the hook. Draw the yarn through the loop on the hook. Okay. I think that this is it. So there's that. We draw that around because we've pulled up a loop. Draw that like that. Oh, it's hard to hold. This is the part that was tricky for me. And then we pull that through like that. I'm pretty sure. I think. I think. Now we make our first round of stitches into the ring. Yep, okay. So I'm just gonna unloop that bit. Okay. And that looks pretty much correct to me. That looks like what we want it to look like. There's like this little little loop, and there we go, because I had it flipped around. So like there's a loop over, there's our loop coming through, and then here's the working yarn. So that does not count as a stitch, is what it says. So now we make our first round of stitches into the ring. That's just us kind of like connecting it. So here's the working yarn. Insert the hook into the center of the ring and draw up a loop to begin your first single crochet. You'll be crocheting over both strands, the loop and the yarn tail. Here's the yarn tail loop. Wait, why is it coming from the wrong side? Oh no, it's not. Here it is. It was just poking out the wrong way. There we go. So that's the yarn tail. We want that there. And then we want also the actual loop itself. That's good, right? Enjoy what's peaceful dreams. Thank you for popping in and catching me finishing the cucumber ball. Happy what's lurking. Take care, sleep well. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. See you in the disco, as always. All right, so there is the strands. Here's our working yarn. That's the long part. So into the loop. There we go. Into the center and draw up a loop to begin your first single crochet. Now, how do we loop it over? This is what I'm trying to think of. Yeah, okay. Here it is. So this is around the back. We have gone in. We're going to pull a little loop through. And it just, like, the pictures make sense once you do it. The pictures make sense once you do it. There we go. So we're gonna pull through, and then once more, and then pull through like that. And now we have 2 loops on there. I think that this is correct. Yeah, drop a loop to begin your first single crochet. Complete the single crochet. Yarn over and draw the yarn through both loops on the hook. Okay, I'm gonna try them again. So here we go. You just gotta get it right. So into the thing, underneath, here's our working yarn. So we're gonna yarn over. How did I already forget how to do this? There we go. So yarn. Oh, I've literally forgotten. I've forgotten. It is the little single crochets though. It's true, like, it's easy to tell once you've got it started, but then it's easy to get it backwards when you're like doing it from the beginning. It's easy to get it backwards when you're doing it from the beginning. There we go. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. So, underneath. And then here's this guy. And then we're yarning over, and then we're pulling through, and then we're yarning over, and then we're pulling through. Oh, it's too tight. It's working though. There we go. Exactly. All right. That's 1 stitch. I'm going to put my little stitch marker in. totally professional stitch marker. Exactly. There we go. Alrighty. Now, there was our stitch. So we got one stitch. We're going to go in. We're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through. Oop. We're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through again. We're going to yarn over. And then we pull both of those through. 2 stitches. Now, I'm going to go through the loop, yarn over, pull a loop through, yarn over again, pull both through, go on, there we go. And that's 1, 2, 3. So now I'll be doing stitch number 4. We only need 5, remember? Just 5 of them. So let's go through. Let's yarn over. Let's pull a loop through there. Let's yarn over. Let's pull both loops through there. Stitch number 4. And then one more. Through. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and then we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then this is the last stitch. Oh my gosh, no! They're like, not in here, you're not. That's devastating. Are you all done with the town hall though? Are you all finished? There we go. So we got our little loop. Hey Tenchi, how you doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right. So that was our little thing. If your pattern starts with a round of single crochet, you'll only make this 1 chain. Okay, so that's all we needed was single crochet. Yeah, I feel like that's that one. How you doing? What's up, Tenchi? Okay. So I think that we're supposed to tighten this one up now, maybe. I think. Insert the hook into the center of the ring, draw up a loop, blah, blah, blah. So we did the stitches. We've made the required number. And then we tighten the ring. So you hold on to all the stitches with the fingers of your right hand, just like so. With your left hand, pull the yarn tail gently, because we've realized now that it can actually break, to pull the center of the ring closed like a drawstring bag. Just like that. There we go. Just a little bit more. There we go. Nice. This one's smaller than the other one. It's only 5. Smaller. But that's okay. There you go. That's what it looks like. Looks like a tiny little flower all on its own. Oh, you're finished. Okay, nice. Yeah, I was careful, Turtle. I was careful. We're finishing off the, well, we're doing more of the daisy pillow. I finished the center. Look, it's all closed up. It's all closed. Here's the little tail poking out. You almost can't even tell where the tail came from. But this is the middle, and now we're making the petals. Thanks for joining. What's on for your day? After asking them for documents, and now you're done. Congratulations, Haji. Woohoo. Well done. Well done. All right. So that is our first little step there. Yeah, that's the first step. So tighten the ring we've done that. The turning chain in the last stitch of the round will come closer together. Slip stitch to close the round. If you're working in joined rounds, work a slip stitch into the first stitch to join the round. Continue with the pattern. If you're working in a continuous spiral, do not join the round with a slip stitch. Start the next round in the first stitch of round 1. Okay, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So what's our next pattern? Row 2. We increase for 5. I think I remember how to do that. Yes. Oh, nice. What's going on your Animal Crossing town? I'm going to run to the bathroom before I start the next round because I just realized I have drunk a lot of water this morning. I finished off this water bottle and then refilled it. So let me take a bathroom break so I can come back and join you guys for longer uninterrupted. All of you take a quick stretch break. Everyone stand up. Have a little stretch. But yeah, I'll be right back. Hold up. This is what we're doing today though. I can't wait to see what happens with it, honestly. 2 seconds. It's a bit of a maze on my stairs right now. Oh, what's in the City Hall gift shop? What can you buy in a City Hall gift shop? I have the same question as Fur. That's kind of cool. All right, here's our little round. Okay. So, thank you. What we're doing here is working our next stitches in. So we're going to do increase by 5. So then there should be 10 stitches at the end. Oh, so this one's going to get bigger really fast. This one's going to get bigger really quickly. So this is what we're going to do. Single crochet. So here we go. I think we just leave the tail now. That's like pulled nice and tight. And now, so what it said is we have to make sure not to single crochet into the first stitch, which is that one there. So that we don't want to do anything with. We're going into this one here. So here's our little stitch. So I'm going to go through here There. I think this is correct. I think that this is right. So go through there. And there we go. And now normally we would go over again and then let me look up the increase instructions. Because we're going to increase every time. Last time we increased only every second time, I think. Here we go. Has a mascot. Oh, true. Yeah, of course. I forgot that Japan was really into those. That would be cool. No, that's not what I want. Here we go. Okay, easy. Easy, easy, easy. That would be cute. Yeah, that would be nice to get. I'm loving this sun right now. It feels so warm and comfortable in here. Do, 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 do. Okay, we'll increase by the same number of stitches we started with. Oh, okay. Here we go. No, I just want to know how to increase. How to increase. I remember, but I need to see it again. I need to see it again. A dinosaur bus. Is there a particular reason for that? Do you know the story? I kind of like that though. Here we go. So we insert the hook under both loops of the indicated stitch. Make a single crochet, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay. Work 2 stitches into 1 stitch. Is that really it? I don't know if I did that right. Oh, there's like an invisible way to do it for these little amigurumis. That's so interesting. It's a smaller hole, which makes the increase less noticeable. Ah, that's so interesting. Single crochet into the back loop and then a single crochet into both loops. Should I try and do that this time? I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but wait, why am I'm doing the wrong end. Oh, no wonder that was a little funky. Okay, here we go. So here's our current loop. Here's our current loop here. So what have I done to get this one? All right, so that should go through like that. So that's like that. I was weaving with the tail. I've got to keep that out of my way so I don't get confused by it for the first little bit. Ah, so they're saying that the invisible way of increasing, right, is instead of going through both, I go through there and do a crochet, and then I go through both of them and do this crochet. Ooh. That looks kind of hard though. I feel like that's going to be really difficult with this kind of wool. I feel like that's probably better for like really small, fine amigurumi pieces. So we're not going to do that today. We're going to do it the normal way. We're going to do it the normal way. Okay, so I've gone through there, through the stitch, yarn over, pull the stitch through. There we go. And then we're going to yarn over and pull a stitch through. Who has a dinosaur bus family? I love that. 2 single stitches in the same hole. Yeah, but there's an invisible single crochet increase. That's the thing that I was looking at anyway. That's the thing I was looking at anyhow. Okay, so we did both loops of the stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. There we go. So that's 1. And then through the same stitch, just going to move that to the side on our first stitch there. Through, and through. Wait, I did that wrong somehow. I feel like I've done that completely wrong. Okay, I'm taking out my stitch marker. What is happening here? Maybe it's just... No, actually, I don't think I did that wrong. I think it's just like looks a little confusing because we're starting to increase instantly. But it does actually still look correct. All right, so here's our first stitch. I'm actually going to use this little thingy as my stitch marker. So I feel like that will be easier. Alrighty, so put that through there. It's just smaller and it gets stuck on less stuff. So that's the first stitch. So we've got 1, 2, there we go. Okay, this is off to a good start. 3, going through here, and then we're going to yarn over, pull that through, yarn over, pull that through again, pull that through. Am I doing this right? I think I'm doing it right. Who has a dinosaur bus family? Wait, who can you think of that has that float? That's funny. Okay. I think I'm doing this correct. There we go. All right. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go through again. Next one. 1, 2, yarn over, and then we pull through here. We're going to go through again. It just feels like there's a lot of bulk because we're like increasing so fast in the magic circle. I think that that's why. But it is actually, it's working out correctly. All right. So that should be 6 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. All right, let's do 7 and 8. 1. There we go. And we'll go through again. Pull that through. Yarn over. Go through here. That was 7 and 8. And now here's the last ones. 1. Yarn over, pull through. Ooh. Yarn over and pull all the way through. That was stitch number 9. And then we'll go through the same spot again. Pull through. Once more over. Once more through. And then we have 10 stitches. There we go. Okay. I just need to pull this a little bit tighter because we sort of got a hole in the middle again. But I reckon now it should hold itself together. So now we have this little round kind of a section going on. Nice. I think that's working. I'm weaving them. I'm turning them into flowers through the powers of alchemy. Through the powers of alchemy. Thank you, Turtle. Thank you. Cheers. All right. So now we have 10 stitches in our round. Just going to take out this stitch marker. Namisuke, and he and his family are all a type of fairy / tree sprite that's shaped like a dinosaur. That's cute. That's cool. You should definitely get a little plushie of him. I love that. 6 cups of tea to get to the point of turning noodles into flowers. I think it gets easier with practice, honestly. I think it gets easier with practice. There we go. Well, that looks really cute. Okay, let's go ahead. So that was row 2. We have 10. Now we're going to do a single crochet, then an increase for 5, and we'll have 15 at the end. All right, so here we go through from the front all the way through, 3 loops. Pull through, pull through, single crochet. That's our first stitch of the new round. Just going to put my stitch marker back on. There we go. So at the end of this round we want 15 stitches. Just going to click this on. There we go. Alright, at the end of this we want 15, so we've got 1. Now we don't go through that same loop again, we're going to go through the next one. So we go through, and here we increase. 1, over, that's a single stitch, and now we're going to do that again on the same one. 1, over, pull that through. Now we have 3 stitches. Okay, so then the next stitch is a single crochet. I'm going to go through and loop that. There we go, single crochet, yarn over, pull through, 1 stitch. Oh, it's turning into like a cute little hat again so quickly. Okay, that was the single stitch. So yeah, we had 1, we had 2, we had 1. Now we're going to do 2 here, 1, pull through, do a little loop there, pull that through, back through the same stitch, yarn over and pull through, and loop that through there. There we go. Let's do a single crochet, no increase. Pull through, loop around, pull through. Okay, and now we're going to do an increase. So we'll go through there, we'll loop that over, pull that through. We will yarn over again. I really like the color of this yarn, actually. Such a nice like grayish purple color. I'm a fan of this. Alright, so then we'll loop that through, and then we'll yarn over, and then we'll pull through. There we go. Now the next one's a single crochet again. Thanks, Haji. Thank you, thank you. Crochet. Watching someone cricket. I mean, some people do love watching cricket. Oh, please do, Haji. Take care. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Oh, that was cute. Okay, so that was our increase stitch. So now, through the next stitch here, through, and we yarn over, and we pull through, and we yarn over, and we pull through, and that was a single crochet. And now we're going to go through this one here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, one stitch, same again, through here, yarn over, pull that through, yarn over, single crochet. And now this one's just a single, so we're just going to go through here, and zoop, scoop that through, and scoop that through. That was just a single crochet. So how many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So then 14 and 15. Yes, that's our last 2. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to loop over. I'm going to loop over. That's 1. And now we're going to just increase on the same stitch, pull that through, and pull that through. I really like knitting as far as a relaxing sound because there's 2 needles and they click against each other. Take care, Haji. Good luck with everything. And yes, please post pictures of the forest spirit dinosaur buses. Yeah, so there we go. We've got this little like hat type thing now, which is slowly turning into something quite cute. I like this. All right, so then I'm just gonna like carefully rest my crochet hook there, and I'm gonna undo my little stitch marker there. And then, since this will be our next first stitch of a new row, I'm just going to put that on in advance. There we are. All right, so that was row 3. We have 15 at the end of that. We have 15 stitches at the end of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the first stitch of the next row. Okay, rows 4 to 6, single crochet in all 15 stitches. So we're going to do 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows with no increase and no decrease either. And then we'll start to get kind of like a little sausage shape going, I would think. Okay, so from the front to the back, pull that through. This is going to be the fun part. This is going to like really start to take shape quickly, I feel. All right, so that's 1. Through. Through. That's 2. Next stitch, we go through. And we single crochet. There we go. Another stitch. Go through. Yarn over. Pull through. Yarn over. Pull through. Next stitch. Row 1, pull that through. They get a little curly, but I feel like it'll start to hold its own shape a little bit better real soon once we get through this step. All right, so then pull that through there. Alrighty, now we go through here. Yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through here, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. There we go. You know, I'm actually really looking forward to trying out some crochet with a slightly more manageable yarn. Like this is going to be really fun, obviously, because it'll be really fluffy and it's going to look really good. And it is nice to crochet with, but I feel like you'd be able to do some really, really fast stuff if you had, you know, like yarn that you could really pull through without having to worry so much about how fluffy it is. So just a thought for a future project, because I am definitely not going to stop using this little crochet needle. This thing is awesome. It's like sculpture made out of wool. Oh, just think about all the crazy things you could actually sculpt. Oh my God. Imagine if you made a whole bunch of coral. What if you learned to crochet and crocheted like a whole coral reef? How cool would that be? I reckon we could do that. Would take a hell of a long time. Oh my God, and then you could put it on a jacket and then you could walk around wearing this crocheted, it would be heavy as hell, but it would be cool. I think that's a cool idea for a project. Go. We're getting all twisty. We're getting all twisty here. Too twisty. Just gonna yarn over, pull through, another stitch there ready. And now I'm just gonna untwist this a little. There we go. It is a little finicky. Is yours a much more of a tighter weave? Because a lot of the yarn that people are showing is definitely much more tightly woven looking than the stuff that I have. Which is kind of what I wanted. And that's also what the, it's what the pattern called for. The pattern suggested this kind of like fluffy, chunky wool. Because obviously that's what you want when you're making like a nice fluffy pillow. But it's definitely like, it does require a bit more concentration than something that doesn't have the loose fibers in the same way. All right, now here's the moment of truth. How many stitches do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, okay. I'm going to do something a little bit tricky. I'm actually going to leave this stitch marker here because that was row 4. So now I want to do row 5 and row 6, and then I'll take the stitch marker out. So we're going to do them exactly the same way. So yarn through. This will be stitch number 1 of row 5. Yarn over and pull through. And that is stitch 1. I think that the yarn marker will help me there. Actually, no, you know what? I think I'll get confused. Let's just take it out and let's just remember that this is row 5. We'll take it out for row